Welcome back, everybody, to the In Off the Bench podcast. My name is Jim Cross, and today we're joined by a superstar. I could not be more excited. I'm already in Nashville, just watched Forrest Frank perform tonight, and now here I am this morning with Jordan Bowers. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Like I said, fantastic. Trying to make up for last time and some audio difficulties, but I talk about the excitement that I have coming off last night in the concert. But let's talk about the excitement and you have coming off your last performance. I know some time has passed. You're preparing for the national championship, but has it wore off yet? I mean, 3 10s in one night feels like the excitement would still be there.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty surreal. Very blessed to be able to have that opportunity too, and I couldn't do it without my girls and my coaches. So blessed to be doing it every single day by each other's sides and in the gym, working towards those details and always working hard and always working towards something else as well.
Yeah, and I mean that floor routine, I got to get into it. And I love the commentators when I watch on TV feel the same way. I didn't know that I would feel the same way I do. Kaya Johnson, was family. Went to all her meets her whole career. Her floor routine was my favorite, and I didn't know if I would like one as much as hers. And yours is just different. Like I said, I've only been in this sport 5 years, but the differences in your music, the technical abilities, all the things that are outside, the typical gymnastics moves are just it's so precision, and it kind of goes because I always talk about how you always are so locked in when you're out there. They've said this is your favorite of your career. Is that true? And to just talk about how exciting it's been to do this routine all year.
Yes, I would definitely say that this one is my favorite. KJ and I always like to pick my music. So we worked really hard trying to find super unique music and just something that would really fit me. And I really kind of like to do a different style every year. Like still like the intenseness to it, but like different style of music, like different style of dance. So really like showcasing that. So spent long and hard trying to find the best music and the perfect music for my last one, and super happy with how it turned out. I absolutely love it. It's definitely my favorite, and I love performing it out there too.
Yeah, and when we had you on last time, you talked about being a Jordan fan, right? And it feels very Jordan Kobe-esque. Like I said, we talk about the look, but the movements, everything is, like I said, it's so precise. I've really never seen anything like it in the years that I've been watching. And actually, the only one that I've seen in the music's clearly different. But I think back to that Gracie Kramer routine from UCLA where she had to have those kind of movements that kind of fit that like scary movie theme that she had.
Mhm.
Except yours is classical music, but I like it. I like being different, and so that aspect that you got. But I want to talk about Danielle Severs and those seniors for a second. When we had her on Friday, she was talking about you and what you mean to her, and just the fact that y'all have competed together since you're 9. But y'all have an elite group of 4 that you just don't find on a lot of teams. So she talked about you. Let's talk about them. Just being able to compete with them and what it means to go on this run that y'all have been for the last 4 years.
Yeah, we truly have such an amazing senior class. I am so blessed for all of those girls. We've been here all the way through it together too, since we came freshman year. And Audrey's a 5th year, so she's had an extra year of experience. So that's also just another level of experience and all those things that we could get into this incredible senior class. And we all work so well together. We have such an amazing style of leadership together. We are great communicators, and we just have fun out there. We work hard, we work on those little details, and they work hard in and outside of the gym, and I couldn't have asked for a better senior class.
Yeah, and I mean, even with Danae being her, watching her in the couple meets I've been to live and how she interacts and she's doing the leadership. I've talked to Danny about it. When she's only doing, maybe one event or even 2. Just out there, you would think she's an assistant coach, and I think those are the aspects and intangibles that y'all bring in. And I think it's important because y'all have the best freshman class I've ever seen. They obviously have the talent, but being around y'all is going to teach them that other layer to where going forward, Oklahoma Gymnastics is going to stay in the best spot just like it is now because those girls are going to be those same leaders on top of that talent. So I think y'all have helped pave the way. But,
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. So we had a discussion about 2023 in our last interview where you talked about the losses to Michigan and Utah felt like, a necessity because that adversity helped y'all take it up another level. And I was in Baton Rouge. Obviously, y'all weren't your Christmas that night. LSU was on, and it seems like it happened again, right? You put out 198s. 3 of the next 4 meets have just gotten better every week. So do you feel like, just like in 2023, that loss at LSU was needed?
Yeah, for sure. I think all of those make you better, wins and losses. You can win from wins, and you can learn from wins, and you can learn from losses too. And it's how you take the loss and how you learn from it as well, and figure out what you need to change and all those little things that you need to work on even more to make yourself better. And that's just made us better as a team. It's made us closer. It's made us want it more. So we're super excited to go into this last week of the season and give it our all.
Yeah, because I mean, KJ Kindler is clearly the best coach, and nobody wants to see their girls lose. But I know that she probably relishes any opportunity for a coaching and a teaching moment, and that gives her that, And I want to talk about her. I didn't ask Danielle. Want to ask you about it. Just talking about her, like, you can list the accolades. We know that they're there, but I watch the way she fights for you girls in interviews. Like I said, when you're there live, you get to see the things you don't see on TV, and just the way she's there for every single one of y'all. Just talk about what she's meant for you in your time there.
Yeah, she has meant everything to me. She's one of the biggest reasons why I came here, and I committed at such a young age because of her, because of this coaching staff. The legacy that she's created here is just truly incredible, and I had to be a part of that. And she truly cares about each person so much in and outside of the gym. Like, yes, she cares about your gymnastics and how you do inside the gym, but she really cares about your personal life, what you do after gymnastics, in your relationships, those types of things. And she knows what each person needs, and she knows that like what each person needs is different. So like in a hard time, someone might need a little kick in the butt, a little more hardcore, and someone might need a little more like of a sensitive type of
Mhm.
approach to it. And she knows those things, and she is so in tune with our emotions, and she just knows us. Like, I feel like sometimes she knows me better than I know myself.
I
'Cause,
actually know exactly what you're talking about, just because my 2 kids are wired differently, and one you have to kick in the butt and one you have to hug. And so she's got a bunch of kids, right? She's got all of y'all,
yes,
and she's got to know how to
yes.
navigate each of y'all. So I think you just brought up an aspect of coaching, and not just in gymnastics, but in any sport, where you got to know the athletes that are for you and how they tick, right? What's going to
Yes.
work best to help them. But she's done such a good job with that culture. I just watch y'all all thrive academically. Y'all all thrive in the community. Obviously, faith is strong within the team, and so we've had 2 of the girls that are committed there, and Kinsey and Elle, and they're so excited to be a part of that culture. Like you said, committing early because they know what they're going to get into.
Mhm.
But you're going to be the first guest I've ever asked anything like this, because you have a unique situation. But I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about your fiance, because on TV, I love when they show him. Like, he is all in. I've gotten to hang out with some of these gym dads, right? And you
Yes.
love to see the men who are all in on their daughters, but I definitely like to see one who's all in for their fiance. He's out there with your family. He's having a blast, and he's a former gymnast, so he gets
Mhm.
the whole thing. So just talk about how important, how fun, all those things are to have him in your corner.
Yes, he is truly my rock, one of my biggest supporters ever. I'm so thankful for him. And like you said, he was a gymnast, so he understands what I'm going through and all of those things, which I feel like you really only completely understand it if you're a gymnast as well, and especially at this high of a level. So he really truly understands the ins and outs of it. So if I'm ever struggling or if I ever need a little kick in the butt, he's there to do it. And he knows exactly what I need to, and vice versa. And seeing him out there with my family, week in and week out, is just, I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm so thankful for him, so thankful for my family. He's always screaming his ever loving head off, and I can't wait for him to be there at nationals this weekend as well. So.
Absolutely. Does he, out of curiosity, does he ever train or mess around anymore? Or is he completely retired?
He'll mess around in the gym, and he can still do everything. So he is a freak of nature when it comes to talent.
That's you and him both. So, hey,
Thanks.
um, but like I said, excited to see y'all in Fort Worth. I've had we've had a little, what I'm looking for, adversity within our house, because going back to the LSU meet, my son has been all in on LSU. got mad at me for rooting for Oklahoma. Told me I better not do it at national championships because he's coming with me. But I told him, I was like, 12 guests, the culture y'all have. You, like I said, you have my favorite routine. Danielle's just my favorite, smiling personality out there. I was like, I got to do it. So we're going to be at odds. It's going to be a house divided when we get
That's
there.
okay.
I'm hoping that wearing the Jesus One in Oklahoma colors will make me okay with the LSU people, because I
Oh,
mean, it's really
yes.
mad about a Jesus shirt, but I'm excited. In a perfect world, it actually lined out, Jordan. I want to see all the girls we've had on the show thrive, and they're on 4 different teams, and it's 2 in each event. So
Oh,
can
very cool.
possibly have all 4, have all 18, and then we have Maya, who's competing by herself in that first one. But in a perfect world, that way, regardless if I want Oklahoma to win, I know that even if y'all don't, with who I'm rooting for, somebody that I know really well and would be excited for. But I think y'all got this. I think last year, and that's my last question I'm going to go to. Last year, y'all were the best team coming in. We know what happened. Don't even want to talk about it. But how do you make sure y'all keep your head focused to not think about last year and not have that happen again?
Yeah, last year is definitely something that we all learned from. We took pride in it and we moved on from it, and that's just what you can do in that moment, and that's the best thing that you can do also is learning from it. So we definitely learned from it, and as soon as August hit, it was a brand new team. Most of those girls weren't even on that team, so not even talking about it with them or anything. Obviously, they watched it, they know what happened. So, just working hard and working on those little details and giving it all that we got and ending on empty, doing everything we can in and outside of the gym to put ourselves in the best position that we can, and just going out there having so much fun and taking pride in your gymnastics and just giving it your all out there.
Can't come with a better answer than that. That's a perfect way to end it. Well, before I let you go, is there anything you want to plug or promote? I know you got the shirts out there. I got one for all y'all. Is
Yes.
there you can plug that? Is there anything else that you want to put out there?
Really appreciate those shirts. I love them. They're very soft, they're very cute, and they are OU colors, so love that. So yeah,
Yeah,
just
no
super
doubt.
excited for this weekend.
Yeah, I got the I forgot to put it on before it, so I did back to back, with her and Shay. So I had the Jesus one in her colors, but I actually put the graphic shirt that she's got from Fans I Mean Idols. I meant to
Oh
put it
yeah.
on, and then after the show, I grabbed it. And I was like, I forgot to wear it because I couldn't wear it to y'all's last meet when I had it because I wasn't going to wear that in LSU sitting with the LSU families. That would have not sat over well. But I wish y'all the best of luck. Like I told Danielle and Shay, this is the last ride. Have fun. Enjoy every second of it. Don't take it for granted, and obviously wish for y'all to stay injury free and everything to go well. But we will see you there, and wish you the best of luck.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break, but that's Jordan Bowers, everyone. When we come back, we will have Gabby Gladio of Alabama.